Yes, people, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. It is your boy Ollie. Hope everyone is well, having a good day. Now, I'm just introducing a new podcast I've started, a podcast slash video series. We'll sort of see as the time goes on, to be honest. But for the time being, it's going to start off sort of just Skype interviews, that sort of thing. But there will probably be some like in-person interviews as well. So if you are interested in that sort of stuff, please go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stick around. But yeah, it's going to be ranging from people, if I'm being completely honest, small business owners, digital marketers, graphic designers, video editors, affiliate marketers, anything that I sort of am inspired and motivated by. I want to get them on and speak about their success. I want to speak about their success, their motivation, what gets them through the day, their whys, anything and everything. And there will be some bullshit on there as well, I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, let's get into the first episode.
So, officially, bro, you are the first guest. I don't want to do a podcast. Like, I'll probably have some fucking mad effects going across it and all that as well. Like, I've known you for a very long time, but for anyone watching, they might obviously not know who you are, so it'd be a good time to introduce yourself.
So, my name's Jeff Allen, guys. 23 years of age. My background's in the fitness industry. I also run a network marketing business. I have done for the last 5 years. I see my future in network marketing. I like the whole idea of being able to build a business. I'm lucky enough to work with a company where I'm able to build a business around my passion, which is health and fitness. So I help people on a daily basis feel a little bit fitter, a little bit healthier. And then obviously I teach others how to earn an extra income around that as well. So that's what I do day to day.
So why we're just sort of on that sort of topic, obviously I know we're gonna have to throw it out there obviously because it's such a hit and miss topic as as a whole.
I'm with Herbalife Nutrition, so I built my business with Herbalife Nutrition.
Yeah, so you've been doing that for how long now?
5 years.
5 years, cool. And how did you get started with it?
It's really strange, to be fair. So I used to play full-time football. I got injured. A friend of mine was like, look, Jeff, take a look at these products. This was when I started to get into fitness and stuff like that. They knew that as I moved over into PT, to be fair, they were on my back quite a bit for a little while and just saying that. And you was always like, no. I was skeptical, had a bit of an ego. Some would still say I got a little bit of an ego.
I won't comment on that.
I hope they think a little bit different of me now. But literally, I was skeptical. I was always one for like, what's this thing? Another big, like a big celebrity, big person endorsing the brand. Yeah. And to be honest with you, like at the time, well, he still is endorsing the brand. Cristiano Ronaldo is endorsing the brand. Yeah. So I was like, well, Cristiano Ronaldo can arguably work with any company in the world that he wants.
And he's chose to work with them. Yeah.
He has the power to work with any sort of company he wants in the world. So I've done my research and I found out that the company won't sponsor him. He takes the product. He works with a personal nutritionist within the company. So I thought, you know what? At the time, I was injured. I couldn't play much sport. So I thought, let me just give him a bash. Jumped on the product. Energy levels increased. The results I got from the product started to get a little bit leaner, a little bit sharper. And that was obviously with minimal exercise than what I was normally doing. Yeah. Because training hours obviously went down where I was a little bit injured. As I moved over into PT, I was using the products. People then began to ask me, Jeff, like, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Friends and family around me were like, why are you so lean? How do you feel so good? Your energy level is always really high. Shared the products with them, and before I knew it, I was building a business, but I didn't actually know.
Yeah, and then falling back to that network marketing.
Yeah, he introduced me to the products and he said, look, Jeff, you're practically building a business yourself now, but why don't you take a look at what the company actually has to offer? So I took a deeper look at the marketing plan, what they would call it. So in a normal job, so to speak, they would call it the career ladder. So I took a look at the marketing plan and I thought, you know what, this allows me to build the kind of leverage I want with my company, with the brand that I wanted to create for myself and reach more people.
Yeah, sure.
So we started in the business, started to build the business actively, and over the last 5 years, it's paid dividends since today.
And I genuinely do think when people or PTs do have something like that as sort of like an external thing, it does seriously like build the foundation with their clients as well, because I know like you'll get PTs that genuinely do speak to their clients like that 1 hour that they see them. But I mean, having to do that as well, you're in constant communication with the clients as well, because you know you're always making sure that, you know, have they got what they need, obviously, like what you should be doing as a PT anyway, but additionally because of that.
Yeah, a lot of it comes down to building relationships.
Yeah, of course.
So you're constantly building relationships with new people, with the current people that you're working with. You're always building relationships, and you end up not looking at them as clients and stuff like that.
It's friends, family, yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? They become like some sort of extended family, and you no longer look like, even now, when I think about art, I always think a bit of how many people am I working with. I never think about my clients.
How many people I'm selling to? Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
I find it really funny to say the word clients. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because I just feel the people that I work with are a lot closer to me than just a client.
Of course, yeah. Of course.
That's the way I go with it, to be honest with
you. Excuse me. And just because obviously you said that you obviously have got your Herbalife business, your PT business, which is, you know, separate, but, you know, this on the same sort of, on the same vision. If you don't mind me asking, which one is bringing you in more revenue at this day and age? I'll only ask you revenue. I'm not asking you for no digits and that. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? We're here to be transparent. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
No, of course.
So I've managed to put the time in. Obviously.
Of course, and like you said, you've been doing it for 5 years. It hasn't happened overnight.
That's what I mean. So I'm in a position now where my Herbalife business pays me more than my personal training business.
Wicked.
But that's a result of 5 years of work.
Of course.
I mean, so I do the personal training because I enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So even I enjoy the people that I work with.
And it's still gonna
away from something.
Yeah, of course. And to be completely well, you know where I am at the moment, but I've just finished doing a fit camp, and I just had the exact same conversation with all the girls that I do it with. I was like, I'm not here. I was like, I'm not here for the money. I was like, I'm here because I genuinely, I want to help you. It's like I'm not here. Like I've been at work since 7 o'clock this morning. Do you know what I mean? I'm here because I genuinely want to help, and that's obviously what you can see is your vision and the Herbalife as well.
You end up searching for something that let me turn the brightness up on my laptop. There we go. You can probably see me a bit better now. You end up searching for something that allows you to be involved in something a bit bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
So for me, it all kind of started with I run a fit camp as well, as you know.
Yeah, of course.
And I've run for the last 4 years in April.
And just to jump in as well, that ties the two together so nicely as well. And from an outsider's point of view, to look at that fit camp, what you've done is fucking amazing. That is such an accomplishment within itself. Take away the PT, take away the Herbalife. That fit camp, from an outsider's point of view, is amazing.
And a lot of people don't realise, like, I started that fit camp with 7 people. You know what I mean? And now when people come along, new people come along, and new people, they get inspired by what they see because they see.
Which I'm guessing, is all referrals as well, by the way.
Yes, so it was built from the ground up. Like the two of the 7 people that first came to the first one was my mum and my sister.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there was only 3. There's only 5 guests. So, and then now obviously we're getting 40s, 50s. The most we've had in the room is 88 people. But that's a result of 3.5 years work. But people come along and think that they can duplicate that very quickly, but they don't. When they start off and they get like 10s and 20s or even less, they get a little bit frustrated and they want to give up at the first hurdle sort of thing. And I think that's one of the problems with, especially mine and your generation, Ollie.
Yeah.
We give up at the first sign of difficulty.
Of course, yeah.
Like there's so much opportunity out there now for us to just get stuff handed to us. We don't want to put the work in that probably necessarily it needs to be done. Like the sort of work our parents would have put in to achieve something. There's a lot more out there now. And I think
in the same sense, there's 10 times the opportunities, which is stressful for people as well. Just to cap off sort of like the fit camp thing, was it always your sort of goal to get it to that sort of level of numbers, or is it just accumulate? 100.
I'll be honest with you, the goal is 100 people. We've had 88.
Well, let's definitely look at how we can make that happen for you, man. Definitely.
The goal is 100 people, And people also come along and they think, "Oh, well, how much is it then? You must be absolutely raking it in from this fit camp." The fit camp for the first 2 years
Made
was
fuck all.
free.
Yeah, free. Yeah.
Right? It was completely free. Now it's only £1, and it's only £1 because
Of what you was talking about before.
The school kept putting the fees up for the hall.
Oh, really?
Right? But, yeah, because they thought that we was absolutely having it off. Like they thought
Sorry,
I was having
right,
it
yeah.
off because they assumed, if you got 60 people coming, 4 or 5 quid a pop, and
Yeah.
we're charging you 25 quid for the hall, you're absolutely having it off. But they didn't realise that, so they kept putting the fees up. But I was never going to close the fit camp.
Yeah.
I just said to them, look, pay £1, that covers the cost. I know you're going to get more value than what you're probably going to get elsewhere anyway, because of the type of knowledge I can bring to you within the greatest respect, like not blowing my own trumpets up. But it's £1. Whatever's left, we'll use for like nights out and meals out and stuff like that. So we then create that community. I don't know if you've seen it on my Instagram. Like before Christmas, we had a couple of nights out, went for some food and some drinks and stuff like that. So the money all goes back to them anyway.
Yeah, no, I think that's amazing, mate. That's amazing. That fit camp alone, the community, more than anything that you've built around it, I think is incredible. What sort of like motivates you? What's your sort of motivation and what's sort of driving you towards that goal?
Do you know what it is? It's my family.
Family first.
So my mum, dad, my 2 sisters, and being in a position where you know you've got something that you can, if you work hard enough at it, you can go and create something. No, 100%. I didn't have a bad upbringing. Like all my friends know that I've had a quite good upbringing in comparison to some of them. But it doesn't stop me from working hard. I was having a conversation with one of my friends the other day, and he said, like, Jeff, why do you work so hard? Like, it's not typical for someone with your upbringing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I was born with a spoon, but you never wanted for anything.
Sure.
But you work so hard. And I said, mate, you ain't met my old man.
Your why essentially is your family. Is your family.
Yeah, my family. Being in a position where you know that you can put a financial wall around them.
Yeah.
Especially with an opportunity that I have and what I'm doing with Herbalife Nutrition as a company, knowing that if I go to work hard enough and have enough impact on other people in a positive way, I can then create that financial wall around them. It's easy to get out of bed on a Monday morning.
Perfect.
When it's -1 degree.
So that would tie on to the next one. So habits. What's your routine looking like at the minute?
Routine at the minute, mate. It's January, so it's busy.
Busy.
So it's always busy in the mornings. Like I'm definitely a morning person. Alarm clock goes off, or should I say, Alexa wakes me up 4:30 every morning. I tend to have a little fight with her, to be fair, because I can never say her name at 4:30 in the morning, so it just.
It turns off. Yeah. Well, I've got a little hack for you, but we'll get onto that when I go back to you. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so 4:30 every morning, Alexa's waking me up. I'll get up. Obviously, I'll come downstairs. My first session's normally at 5, 4:30, depending on who's in.
Is that every day? So sorry, I hope you don't mind me keep fucking jumping on you.
Monday to Friday is 5, 4:30.
And you're PTing every day, right? Like, because I know you work. So you Saturday, Sundays. You're working 7 days a week.
Sundays, yeah. People don't know, but I work Sundays.
Yeah, of course, grinder.
People don't know this. Yeah. So yeah, 4:30 wake up, 5 o'clock or quarter as I can. I'll have my shake because I need to have something before I go out the house. I'll have my shake and tea just to get me going. In the gym, 1-to-1s through till it depends obviously who's in, but generally through till about midday, give or take an hour gap here and there. I'll train. And then obviously I'll jump on the laptop, as you said before when you was starting up the call about the old laptop lifestyle.
Yeah.
I'll jump on the laptop and I'll go to work on my network marketing business. So I'll catch up with people, show them the opportunity within the company, and just generally just network with people.
Wicked. So
and then I may, in the evening, go back to the gym if I've got anybody else in for a 1-to-1. Wednesday evening is obviously fit camp. That never changes. You won't get me doing anything else on a Wednesday evening. It will be fit camp. Weekends, Saturday. So Saturday, do you know what? Saturday evening is generally my downtime. Okay. Saturday evening, Sunday afternoon is because
you do get to the club quite a lot as well. To be fair to you, don't you? Like Yeah, like no, that's not even a thing. Like I'm not really a club person, and I don't drink. Like I know you don't really drink, but like you still get your ass to the club and that. You still socialise. Like,
You know what? I just think
do you
it's
know what I mean?
balance. Because I know, like, I never go out and feel guilty.
Mm.
Never go out and feel guilty, and I always go out with intention as well. Like, I'll always end up meeting someone new or something like that. But
Right. Okay.
no, no,
Yeah.
none of that.
Okay.
But I'll always end up meeting someone new or something like that. That you just get into conversation. So what is it you do?
And yeah, and that's an
That
opportunity.
conversation, it's literally, it opens up so many avenues. So you just end up networking with people you connect with them and stuff like that. So I always go out.
Getting those prospects in from Pure. Wheeling them in.
I don't go there no more.
Fucking hell.
That place is like basically going to the gym because
Yeah.
everyone from the gym goes there.
Everyone from the gym goes there. Yeah, so like habits, like so your habit. I know, mate. I know you through and through. I know, like in terms of habits, routine, like you're very much on lock. Reading that. Well, that was actually the next one. Was books. Was books. Would tell you what. Let's say we won't get too soppy with all the books, but if you could give me 2 top books in general. In general as well, like not even like that entrepreneur sort of book. If there's even like an actual. I'll fucking be honest. I don't read. I've never read like proper like. I've never read like a story book really. Do you know what I mean? Of mice and men actually.
Some English GCSE. Yeah. Some people don't read. Like they find it easier to listen to audios and stuff like that. I kind of taught myself to read. Like you'd only ever catch me reading the back page of the Sports Sun newspaper, maybe page 3, but definitely the back.
My man.
Definitely the back page of the Sun newspaper just to see the sport. But two of the best books, right? And I say this because number one, it was the first book I read, and I'll never forget it to this day. It's a book called The Monk Who Stole His Ferrari by Robin Sharma.
Never heard of that.
Never heard of it, but it's an easy read. It's about a man that has pretty much everything, and he learns to be happy with nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes up into the mountain, becomes a monk, etc., etc. But it's one of the best books I've ever read, and I always refer back to it to this day. Like whenever people ask me, "Jeff, what's a good book to read?" I always say that one. The other one, which is available on so many different platforms, it's actually even on Netflix. I don't know if most people knew this, but The Secret.
Okay, yeah. To be fair, my mum kept telling me to read that.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, if obviously you know me through reading, I'm into the law of attraction and stuff like that.
Visioning.
It's about creating it in your mind and just almost retraining your thought patterns.
And it's almost like I will be successful. If you wake up every day and you're like, I will get 5 new clients this week, or I will, like, not like it to that extent, but is really sort of. But it is true. Is like if you go around thinking and acting like shit and I don't know. I suppose I'm gonna get through today.
That's one of the things, like, when bad things happen to people, right? Bad things happen to everybody. But if you dissect it, it's like if they actually think about their thought patterns previous to this. You know how many times have you said, "Oh, I hope this doesn't happen. I hope this doesn't happen. I hope this doesn't happen."
And it happens, of course. Yeah, exactly.
It's because of your trailer thought.
Because of your trailer thought. Actually, saying that,
I hope this doesn't happen.
I'll bring this in just because I've had a shit day today. To be completely honest with you, I was texting my missus earlier, and I was just like we just generally just like fuck texting blah blah. And she actually sent me a picture, and it was like easy to spot a yellow car when you are always thinking of a yellow car. Easy to spot opportunity when you're always thinking of opportunity. Easy to spot reasons to be mad when you're thinking of being mad. You become what you constantly think about. Watch yourself. So exactly what you said, really.
That's literally what's in The Secret. That is part of The Secret. It's got so many different messages, but if you're not a reader, most people have got Netflix nowadays, but they don't even know it's on Netflix. Like, just spend an hour or so, just watch it on Netflix.
Just watch it on Netflix. But you would say the I forgot the name of it now, but Robin Sharma would be your top one.
The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari and The Secret. Those are the 2 for me are the two foundations. And if you want, I'll give you a bonus one. If you want about money and investments and stuff like that, then Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Rich Dad Poor Dad. Yeah. You just sparked a new question out of me on there, because I've never really spoke to you in regards to that sort of side. Investments, is there any sort of things that you've invested in, like products, apps? Like, talk to me and sort of that sort of the moving forward, not just where the money is now sort of thing. How are you looking towards the future, essentially?
So obviously, if we're talking, it depends what sort of investments you're talking about. I do have a couple of investments going on in terms of where money goes and stuff like that. As for an actual product or an app, not quite just yet. It is something I would look into though. It's something that I would want to give attention.
Wicked. Before we get on to what I'm probably going to obviously ask you next, and obviously what we're sort of where you're going to be going moving forward is apps, which I thought would be a bit of a weird one for you anyway, because obviously I know, like you said, that laptop lifestyle. Obviously, you're going to have a lot of apps that you use on a daily basis. Is there any apps that sort of jump out and you think, oh bloody hell, if someone hasn't got that app, then because I said it when you went, oh, Alexa woke me up in the morning, like I was dying to tell you about this app that I'm obviously going to tell you about. But is there anything that you're like, fucking hell, mate, you actually ain't got that app?
Well, you didn't have this.
Just on your spot. Well, yeah, I didn't have this, to be fair. Just a side note is I always use Skype. Like I've always. To be honest, like it's a good eye opener, because I've had clients where I've literally had to, like, this is how you download Skype, and walk them through how to download it.
This is for me. I always the Zoom app's incredible, because you can have 150 people on the call if you want, and it just comes up like, see how there's you can have little tiles all across the screen.
Yeah, like little boxes and that.
Their lines, video. Everyone can have their video cameras on. You can chat at the bottom. If you've got a presentation to share, you can share your screen.
We'll test some of those features out as well, just because I obviously haven't ever used it, and I'll show them all things. But yeah, apps. Come on, talk to me, bro.
Yeah, so Zoom for sure. Obviously, let's just have a look. What are we talking about in terms of
general? What gets you through the day?
I reckon my top 5 apps on my phone, other than your social media apps, right?
Yeah.
So your general Facebook, Instagram, blah blah blah. I use an app called VSCO. You may know it.
VSCO. Never heard of it. It's
a photo editing app.
Okay.
That's how you get loads of different presets and stuff like that.
Check that out.
And it just allows me to literally copy and paste the preset. I like to try and keep the Instagram feed similar now, just because it looks better. And then what else we got on here? An app called InShot. Which is InShot. I've
heard of that.
So yeah, so you see how I said to you about the videos the other day.
Yeah.
Putting the subtitles and stuff like that. Just going back to your question about investments and money and stuff like that. Moneybox.
Okay, you use that, yeah?
Yeah. I think it was actually your OT fitness account.
Yeah.
Which is now moved over to Ollie.
OG.
The OT fitness account. But yeah, then obviously we started talking. Little did I know we was going to end up working in the same gym together.
Yeah, man.
See, we've both gone from boys to men.
Yeah, obviously. Long story short, basically, we used to work at Anytime Fitness together. We was obviously there throughout the whole. Yeah, you was there before they opened as well. So we was there before. So before it opened, obviously depending on if you want me to, or I can obviously edit this bit out. Obviously, I know like we were speaking about how you're sort of moving on from that now, and you're actually progressing, and in terms of like your business, you're really expanding and sort of taking over now.
So yeah, it's pretty much common knowledge now. I've managed to get in a position where I can get my own studio, and that will be open very soon. So it'd be good to come back onto NAF Global.
Yeah. And look back on what we've got. Of course, and I'm I'm obviously going to come and help you out with a couple of things as well, of course.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be good to obviously document that a little bit as well, because don't get me wrong, like Anytime Fitness has served me well, but there becomes a point where you have to move on to the next stage. You probably felt a little bit like that yourself.
Look at me, man.
Right?
Look at me.
Great place.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I've done my time there, and it's time to move on. Bigger and better things. Like
and that also wasn't the first gym you've PT'd at. It wasn't like sort of my emotional.
Right.
It wasn't, obviously you're going to be emotionally connected to it, but like for me, like even going back there to train now, I'm like, this feels weird. Like this feels weird. Like I almost feel like I want to go to, not that I want to go to another gym, but I walk in there and I'm like, you don't get me thingy, but I'm just like, oh, like, I don't work here anymore. It's just weird. Like it's just a weird. It's a very, very weird process.
Yeah. But I was like that really when I don't think I've been back to my other gym since I left it. I don't think I've been back there. You just don't tend to go back there. You tend to move on, don't look back, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And maybe the case with this one, who knows? But it's on my doorstep. Like relationships are all still strong. But it was just time for me to move on. I needed to develop. I needed to grow the business. And obviously, where we're going with the studio, I'd love to show you. I don't have no pictures or anything like that to show you, but I'd love to show you it.
Maybe I can overlay someone. I'll overlay someone there now anyway.
Once that's fully up and running, it's taken a little bit longer than expected, just simply because I didn't anticipate January to be as busy as it was. So I thought I'd have a little bit more spare time to put into the studio. But nonetheless, all good things come to those that wait, right?
For sure.
But you still have to go and get it.
We still have to get it. Right, let's sort of, because obviously we've got some things we're going to talk about past this sort of like interviewee sort of thing anyway. Firstly, just wanted to say thank you very much for making it happen, and yeah, we'll definitely make it a regular thing, because this has very much so motivated me to get other people, like-minded people and like yourself, and actually get some conversations flowing. But if you sort of had sort of one thing to not even tell or to motivate, just one thing, if I come to you and I was like, Jeff, man, like I'm stuck, like what am I gonna do? Like I'm stuck in fitness, business, like just all round, like what's gonna motivate me through, basically. That was a tongue twist to get that out, bro.
But I would always recommend anybody, no matter what it is, if money wasn't an object, what would you do tomorrow? Whatever that thing is,
do that.
That will be your passion.
Yeah.
Go and find it, go and follow it, and go and create something that allows you to get paid for your passion. That's ultimately what it is. But mine was fitness, and I also liked business, so I was able to build something that allowed me to tie in the two. Because for some people, they like the creative stuff. You like to get behind the camera. Look at you took a step out of the gym for a little bit to go and follow your passion. Your passion is behind the camera.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? So whatever it is, like go and follow your passion, because you're gonna end up working for somebody else and
doing something you hate.
More their pockets for their passion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna retire at 65. The life expectancy, I believe, like 76 or something like that now. So you're gonna be free for a living. First of all, documenting my own results, make myself accountable to who I am, what I preach, and then obviously when you share, people first they look. They don't always act. They don't always take action. They look first. I mean, they spend the little exactly jab. Gary V's words, but they don't always take action on the first exposure. So you just continue to document, and then eventually people will take the right hook. Yeah, and then that's when they buy into you, begin working with them. It was more or less obviously the PT clients, to be fair, because that started before I started the Herbalife nutrition business properly.
Yeah. And
yeah, that was the first online sales, really, working with clients online.
So
and obviously
it's always sort of been like that PT sort of fitness background, essentially. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for having me on, mate. It's absolutely a pleasure. And I look forward to watching this back. It's going to be great.
It will be great. All right, thank you, mate.